Hello, everyone. My name is Sasha. I am a researcher at Paradigm and Humanoid. Also, I'm an artist. And today I want to give a talk that will link topics I'm interested in, that are technologies and art. And phenomenon that connect them is non-fungible tokens, NFTs. The lack of conceptualization and concrete and systematic review of NFTs potential for creative industries was the main limitation and the driver for conducting this research. It contributes to a deep understanding of the features of NFT technology and gives an overview of their use cases, benefits, and challenges, and proposes possible solutions. In 2021, you all probably saw this NFT hype, as they certainly took blockchain space by storm. They've been big news ever since. Beeple's Everyday's $70 million sale hit the headlines. The CryptoPunks collection successfully auctioned on Christie's and Sotheby's and fetched millions. Earlier this year, Twitter launched NFT profile picture verification. Instagram introduced NFTs a few weeks ago, while Spotify makes plans to support them. Also, NFT galleries are opening all over the world. And this year, Venice Biennale is getting its first art NFT exhibition. These are just some notable examples. And while some argue about the longevity of this phenomenon and others are convinced that the hype is here to stay, the numbers speak for themselves, as NFT sales reached nearly $80 billion in 2021, up from $82.5 million in 2020, a jump of more than 200 times. And what's more, analysts predict that the global NFT market will continue to accrue, as it is expected to reach about $21 billion this year. So what makes NFT technology so attractive for content creators and collectors? Are there any drawbacks or pitfalls that need to be looked at and addressed? Let's get the answers. First of all, what is an NFT? I guess many of you know, but I will briefly describe them for those who are not familiar with them. Adjective non-fungible is usually used in economics to denote the possession of unique items and to describe things that cannot be replaced by others because they have a set of exceptional properties. A token, as a unit of account, is a record in a distributed ledger that is controlled by a computer algorithm of a smart contract on which the values of the balances on the accounts of token holders are recorded, making it possible to transfer them from one wallet to another. So the term NFT refers to a crypto asset, an intangible digital file, such as an image, a video, in-game collectible, and other creative products. Moreover, it seems like anything that is digital today can be an NFT. Thus, it may be a World Wide Web source code, which was recently sold by its inventor for $5.5 million. It may be designer sneakers, real estate, a ticket to a festival, for example, lifetime passes to Coachella Festival. It may be an item in a metaverse or even genetic data. Here on the slide you can see the main characteristics of NFTs. First of all, it is uniqueness, as unlike cryptocurrency, which requires all tokens to be identical, each NFT is unique. The authenticity of each NFT is possible because each token has verifiable metadata that makes particular asset different from the rest, as well as a transaction log that can help prove the history of ownership. Rarity and scarcity are also important ingredients in the recipe that makes NFTs so attractive. Also, transferability means that NFTs can be freely traded, unlike, for example, SBTs, soul-bound tokens, a concept that was introduced by Vitalik Buterin a few weeks ago. And last but not least, since token activity can be open for public verification, NFTs ensure transparency and trust. NFT challenges have created many benefits on the one hand, as well as several challenges on the other. As for benefits, there are a lot of them. First of all, NFTs address long-standing digital art scarcity issues of how to keep virtual artworks rare if they can be copied digitally. Also, NFTs are flagships of decentralization, transparency, and trust, as I mentioned before. With NFTs, ownership records are stored on the blockchains. Every NFT has an owner, and this is of public record. Subsequently, users can view the entire history of the artwork with previous prices. Also, NFTs create the possibility to eliminate intermediaries from the communication process, allowing content creators to connect directly to the audience. Due to this, they no longer have to depend on the creative industry's middlemen, such as galleries, auction houses, or major record labels. Also, content creators have now a unique opportunity to honestly monetize their work, as due to the advantages of blockchain technology, they can claim royalties directly. Additionally, NFTs open up new monetization opportunities for artists. Thanks to them, today a digital artist can receive a percentage of secondary sales in a fully automated way. What's more, blockchain platforms are designed to make the experience interactive and profitable not only for artists, but for the audience as well, by offering all kinds of incentives, for example, for compiling personalized collections, or contributing to increasing the database of artists, venues, or events. Another NFT advantage is availability. Anyone can create NFT regardless of age or geographic location. All that is required is the registration on the NFT platform of interest. Furthermore, with NFTs, artists can access global markets and easily reach the collectors and the community of like-minded people. And last but not least, NFTs could introduce millions of people to cryptocurrencies for the very first time. This leads to a more diverse industry and accelerates the adoption of the technology, blockchain technology, and innovation. A summarized version of NFTs' potential use cases is given on the slide. They include prominent ones like art, fashion, music, gaming, and other, which are of greater importance for the creative industries. On the slide, they're highlighted, as well as they include sports, DeFi, tokenization of real-world objects, domain name ownership, licenses, certifications, and others. Virtual art is the most common use case for NFTs. Decentralized art marketplaces built on blockchain continue to emerge and increase confidence in online art sales and platforms as a mediator. Moreover, they continue to reduce the overhead associated with maintaining a physical gallery and open the doors of investment to art lovers, democratizing art investment. The most visited and used platform for hosting NFTs is OpenSea Mass Marketplace, a universal platform that allows users to trade NFTs, create NFTs, and view data on them. One of the reasons it is so popular is that it's self-service based and not curated, like, for example, an NFT Gateway or Super Rare. Crypto collectibles are also a significant trend among NFTs use cases. They are designed, in most cases, to be bought, sold, or traded like baseball cards. In fact, collectibles were one of the very first ways that introduced the idea of NFTs to the general public through CryptoKitties game in 2017. Furthermore, the use case hit the mainstream with the introduction of NBA collectible, trading cards, NBA Top Shot. Jack Dorsey's first NFT is an excellent example of an NFT collectible while, for example, a CryptoPunk is collectible and visually artistic, this NFT has value purely for its collectability. Music NFTs are have also a large devoted community and is on the way to adoption. Like a picture or a video, users can attach audio to an NFT to create a collectible piece of music. Thus, music NFTs can be seen in terms of a digital first edition of a record. Aggregators like OpenSea has dedicated catalog for music NFTs, but most artists prefer to launch on music-specific marketplaces. One of the biggest decentralized music platforms is Audios, with about 12 million monthly users. Also, NFTs gain significant attention from the gaming community and developers, as they provide an opportunity to own data for in-game items and to fuel in-game economic systems. And the new game model is named Play to Earn. Players play games to earn NFTs that can be sold on marketplaces for higher prices. One of the most prominent examples of this model is Axie Infinity. The popularity of the game has skyrocketed on Philippines, with people quitting their jobs to play the game full-time. NFTs are also being used by Gods Unchained, My Crypto Heroes, and other blockchain-based games. The use of NFT in fashion is still a relatively new concept. As a blockchain technology, they have been able to seamlessly fit into the fashion world, guaranteeing benefits for all the participants in the supply chain. Consumers could easily verify the ownership information of the products digitally, thereby reducing the risks of counterfeit fraud. There are also metaverses, which are basically simulated digital environments that combine multiple elements of technology such as AR, VR, blockchain, and social media concepts to create spaces to enrich users' interaction by mimicking the real world. The metaverse concept has been one of the hottest trends in the tech space lately, especially after Facebook's announcement that it was rebranding to Meta. And giant companies like Microsoft, Google, and Sony dived into the metaverse with their platforms or started investing. In the NFT-based metaverses, users can own things like avatars, land, digital clothing, and other items and move them between platforms. They can hit into an NFT gallery, check out a live concert, play games, trade assets. Basically, metaverse ecosystem covers nearly all NFTs use cases. Other NFT use cases are presented on the slide. Thus, NFTs could be a driver to flourishing virtual events and identity management. Real estate is also one of the most NFT-ready use cases. There are also domain NFTs. NFTs ledgers can store our individual medical records without compromising confidentiality. And NFTs are the best way of producing and maintaining membership proofs for clubs, events, and communities, and much, much more. The main industry players by categories are presented on the slide. However, despite the apparent advantages of the NFT technology, it is difficult not to pay attention to several problems, as some known issues are fraud risks, storage, security and privacy issues, environmental concerns, difficulty in determining the value of the NFT, and complexity for non-techie users to enter the space. The main is authenticity problem that relates to a difficulty in finding the original owner, and as well as difficulty in assessing the uniqueness of an NFT and understanding how many copies exist. When uploading content to an open, non-curated platform, never stop wondering that absolutely any media file can be sold on your behalf. No matter if it is a selfie taken a few seconds ago, a picture found on the internet, or a masterpiece of a well-known artist. Significant issues that are linked with authenticity problems are cybersecurity and fraud risk, as copyright theft, copying of popular NFTs or false airdrops and NFT giveaways are some of the major issues here. Also, similar to cryptocurrencies, NFTs confront the barriers like management from the government. On the other hand, how properly regulating this nascent technology with a corresponding market is also a challenge. There are still no official public registers of copyright, no global standards of licenses, since different rules apply in different regions. Storage issues also remain, as blockchain layer 1s are often limited in the amount of on-chain storage capacity. Therefore, not all NFTs are stored on this level and require another storage solutions. As a result, NFTs are usually stored in a distributed file systems, such as IPFS or Airweave, or even centralized ones. So any NFT can be potentially manipulated. The storage problem is deeply connected with the security and privacy issues. In the majority of NFT projects, the cryptographic hash, instead of a copy of a file, is tagged with a token and then recorded on the blockchain. Thus, the original file might be lost or damaged. Moreover, anonymity and privacy of NFTs are still understudied. Most NFT transactions rely on Ethereum, Layer 1 or Layer 2 networks, which only provide pseudo-anonymity rather than strict anonymity and privacy. Users can partially hide their identities if the links between their real identities and corresponding addresses are known by the public. Otherwise, all the activities of users under the exposed addresses are observable. There are also risks of smart contracts and NFT maintenance, as there are several scenarios where hackers attack DeFi networks and steal a large amount of crypto. Because if a smart contract has even a tiny flaw, NFT holders cannot expect complete security. Examples are a Poly network hack and recent incident with the Ronin bridge. There is also an extensibility of NFTs. It is an issue as the ability of the system to interact with other ecosystems. Unfortunately, most NFTs platforms adopt Ethereum. So this indicates that they share a similar data structure and can exchange under the same rules. While a secondary issue, there has been increased concern about energy consumption related to NFTs and proof-of-work blockchains. Most NFT platforms are Ethereum-based, which still uses proof-of-work. A single NFT transaction requires as much electricity as an average home for about a day and a half. Also, there is a difficulty in determining the value of NFT. There are considerable fluctuation in the prices of NFTs because there is no fixed standards for any particular type of NFT. The price might depend on creativity, uniqueness, scarcity, and a lot more. Moreover, the quality of many works is rather doubtful, since anyone can mint an NFT without having any creative skills. There are also problems with usability as a measurement of effectiveness, efficiency, and satisfaction when utilizing NFT services. Most NFT schemes are built on the Ethereum, so the main drawbacks of Ethereum are inherited. The two major challenges that have direct impact on the user experience are high gas prices and slow confirmation. Conquering these issues requires a redesign of the blockchain topology, optimization of its structure, or improvement of the consensus mechanisms. Also, for the audience and consumers, it is still more common to use familiar major services like Spotify instead of audios, for example, as well as for the majority of non-techie artists. Much more simplification is needed, so NFTs are easily to use for people who know nothing about blockchain. all these problems exist, and researchers and engineers are puzzling over the solutions. As we saw, authenticity, copyright protection, and usability are beyond doubt the main problems within the NFT space. And what we came up with is that biometrics have the potential to rescue here. For instance, Humanoid project creates the decentralized biometric identification layer that is not only used on the native Humanoid platform, but can be used in a variety of platforms and decentralized applications and NFT marketplaces. These biometric identifications ensure that the NFT is unique and authentic and partially eliminate the copyright problem. Also, Layer 2 scanning solutions and transition to Ethereum 2.0 consensus layer are the answer to usability issues. And the existing privacy-preserving solutions such as homomorphic encryption, multi-party computation, or zero-knowledge proof that have not been yet widely applied in the NFT-related schemes are most likely to solve anonymity and privacy issues. Implementation of suitable laws and management from the government will eliminate legal pitfalls, and the upcoming Ethereum transition to proof-of-stake hopefully will solve environmental issues. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, do we have any questions from the audience? Okay, we've got a question down here. If we wait for a microphone to come, perfect.
I have a bunch of questions for you. First of all, you made a statement that NFT minting costs as much energy as like an average home. We'd really like to see your numbers on that.
Which numbers? How much electricity?
Yeah.
I don't know exact numbers. Sorry.
Okay, let's just move on. As a proof, or like fraud proof, you said that biometrics can be used.
Sure.
So where are you going with that idea? So everything that you have, including biometrics, have to be public on a blockchain ledger. That opens up a huge Pandora's box for, let's say, data mining my biometrics to use it for whatever I want.
It's just private biometrics. It is not stored on the blockchain. Your data will not be stored on the blockchain.
So how does an NFT get access to it then? And how do you ensure
people
that it's
just
not
scan their faces through liveness detection, like in KYC providers do. And the platform understands that it is you, and all this information is private, is stored in private enclaves, so no one gets access to
then
this
you're
data.
back to where you said that there's a problem with centralized storage in NFTs. So your solution is now you get...
For different problem is different solution. Biometrics is just one of the solutions.
Okay.
Okay, do we have any more questions from the audience? Oh, we've got a question over here. Yes, Robert.
Thank you, first of all, for your presentation. I'm wondering, as a researcher, given your informed opinion about the subject, you had a slide which shows the flaws of NFTs. I'm part of an NFT project myself. I'm wondering, given the amount of flaws, is your expectation that we can solve them with technology being developed, or would you say that we're forcing too much utility upon a limited medium?
Excuse me, can you repeat the question?
That, well, let's say, given the amount of, let's say, sectors jumping into NFTs, it's been seen as the holy grail to solve a lot of, let's say, it has a lot of potential, let's put it that way. But you showcased a slide with the flaws. I don't know if we can pull it, no, don't know if we can pull it up. And I'm wondering, because you presented some possible solutions, if your expectation is that we can actually solve all these flaws, or that we will have to drop some of the potential of these NFT opportunities.
Oh, you mean why there are so much flaws and not so many opportunities and benefits?
No, I mean, do you think we can solve all the flaws?
I hope so. As you see, there are a lot of solutions out there, so I guess.
Okay, thank you. That's a hopeful message.
Thank you for your question.
Okay, well, if there are no more questions, thank you very much, Sasha.
Thank you.